Sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What time it is, man. Look, it wouldn't be a show without some type of technical difficulties. We had a little bit coming in here tonight, but we still in this motherfucker. It is hump day, man. We halfway to the weekend, like we always say. How you feeling?
Oh shit, I was feeling good. Man, that heat ridiculous, boy. That heat already pumping.
It was only one day. Like today wasn't so bad. Yesterday was a motherfucker.
I don't know. The latter part of the day, after about 3 o'clock, boy, it warmed up. Hey, what up, Tito?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's South Carolina, man. So we all gonna get what we knew we was gonna get. You know.
Nah, fuck that. People screaming, "Where the heat? Where the heat?" That bitch here now.
And he is here to stay.
Yeah. She said, "I'm in Elizabeth thinking on Elmwood Drive through right now." That's what's up.
Okay. Tell her there, give me a goddamn leg quarter. So
you
what's
heard
good,
him,
man?
Nothing, man. Shit, Mother's Day coming up. Think about it. Shit, the New Year was yesterday.
It feel like it.
Yeah, this year flying by.
Yeah, we always seem to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one commodity that we have and we hope we have. We have faith that we have. It ain't nothing more valuable than that.
Nah, man. Time just flying. I saw something. I forgot what I was looking at. One of those news websites. They were asking about are the days getting shorter. It feel like it, man. By the time you get home and you settle in, shit, even though it get dark late, it feel like the day over.
But that's what gets you caught up is you think you still got the sun. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's 9:30.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you be thinking everything is all right, and it don't be.
And speaking of that, Tito, shit, our man over here, they ran at 8 o'clock at night the other night.
Yeah, they ain't got no concern about getting no daggone. Ain't nothing in there but bills. It ain't like nobody sending out no checks no more.
Hell no.
You know what I'm talking about? But shit, we might as well get to it. We'll do a first call for the people that don't know. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
You know you can always have it first.
Yeah, man. On a woman, a boosie fade or a dirty weed?
Damn. A boozy fade? Or it can't just be a fade. It
could be a short hairdo.
I'll take the short hairdo over the dirty wig, man. When I worked at Target, man, there's one girl. When I got there, when I switched shifts, they said, I was like, damn, she'll never change her hair. They say she was already 6 months in with that wig, and I don't think she changed for like another 2 years.
That wig was a part of the uniform because he wasn't going to pull out a good wig to go sweat.
Bruh, she was scratching that bitch every day. Every day. I know it was a good 2 years, and she had already had a month before I switched shifts. Like, that shit was crazy.
She was lifting it up like a fitted.
Nah, she wasn't that bad. She just be. I don't know. It might have been a weave. It might have been a bad weave, but it was a wig weave. I don't know. It wasn't hers.
I said all that to say, ladies, if you ain't got no hair, you ain't got no hair. Keep the shit that you got clean. Try to stay away from the wigs as much as possible. Least of all, have a nice wig, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna wear. More depressive. A beat up pair of Air Force Ones or a beat up pair of Timberlands.
Beat up pair of Air Force Ones. Timbs, in your mind, they boots. Them Air Force Ones, when they beat up, boy, them bitches be saggy. They be bloated. They be they be ran through. Them ones be bad, boy.
Oh man. Tacos or Phillies?
Depending on who make the Phillies and the tacos, but just off of not knowing a restaurant they got both, I'll go with the Philly. They gotta
All
be
right,
chicken Philly though. They gotta be chicken Philly.
I can dig that. Red tie event or red tie event or the Rock Nation type brunch.
Do I got their money? I'll take the red tie event. I just feel like the Rock Nation brunch, them cats don't really be cool. They be there for Jay-Z. Like I wanna have a good vibe.
Okay, that was what? That was 3 or 4.
Therefore,
That was 4. Vote or not vote. If they not bringing reparations, are you voting or not voting?
I'll vote.
Okay,
You talking
that's
about
my
voting
fact.
for? You talking about voting for reparations?
No, are we? Is somebody going to allow descendants of African American slaves to get reparations? That is something that needs to happen. It has to happen.
Somebody made a good point that when they do that, there's going to be all types of other individuals that want that also.
But all types like what? How many groups of people did America enslave? I'm not talking about slaves from other places that live in other places.
I'm not only talking about slaves. I'm just talking about people that are victims of considered hate crimes.
Mm,
That's what you open the door for.
I don't know. I think they use it. I think they give it to us and they used it to find a way to blame us for the dollar not being worth a fuck.
Yeah. What up, Tony Gray? I mean, I just said like I agree with it, but like I said, it just somebody else pointed out that it will open up the doors, not in the near future, but in the future where other people will be claiming that they should get reparations for hateful crimes.
If somebody did something to you individually, that's just a civil suit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has been at large oppressed just because of what they look like since us.
Since us, but there's a group of people lately that has been having a voice. And
I mean, yeah, but that's a life you chose.
that's what I'm just saying. Somebody said just leave the door open.
I don't think it leave the door open for shit. I think that's very cut and dry.
I think so.
Okay. But
I
that's
think
my
so.
five.
What's worse, the person that can't find their money in the grocery store, or the motherfucker that take all day to pump their gas and you sit behind them?
Both of them. Don't waste my motherfucking time.
Don't wait.
Um, I got a problem. Like, I got a problem with lines. Like, I might need some shit, and I'll go to the store, and the line too long, I'm leaving the store, even though I need that shit. I'd rather spend that time going somewhere else where it ain't a line. That's how much I despise lines.
I agree. Tony Gray, if you up in here still, this is a shout out to you. Give me a mix that Tony Gray should add to his repertoire.
A mix that he should add to his repertoire.
Yeah, he probably already got it knowing him, but
I mean, definitely.
yeah.
I think Usher had a lot of club bangers, but he could turn some more of that shit into a Let It Burn type techno house. Usher. I think, of course, Chris Brown got world music, party music, but he could turn some of that obscure shit into that, and it'd be fresh. Um, that G Funk, just all the Nate Dogg hooks. Bring Nate Dogg back in any way possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Singing ability. Just because I've been on them I've been on them this week. We'll go. It's like a two-parter though. LSG versus TGT. That's really not my question, but
LSG.
okay. LSG versus transition. Singing ability. That's the question.
Transition.
Transition. A lot of people don't know about transition. If y'all get a chance back in the day, YouTube transition. The
You
transition.
know about the transitions, but you don't know why you know about them. And there's more other songs besides the one that you know. So,
and that's listed by a different singer. That's not even the person that's singing that. They got it listed by. His name is Gator, to be exact. If you wasn't an Atlanta Falcon fan, what team you root for? Oh, Atlanta or Carolina? You got to take them two out.
I can't pick Atlanta or Carolina.
You can't pick Atlanta or Carolina because we watch Carolina when we're not watching Atlanta or Green Bay.
I'm a fan of the underdog because I follow the Bengals for a long time. I'm not no front runner when it was Chad Johnson, Rudy Johnson, TJ Hushaman,
Shit, Achilles Smith.
So I say the Bengals. He said Gator from Jungle Fever.
On a female, a high-pitched voice or a raspy voice? More appealing to you?
Raspy.
T-Ball raspy. Name a famous female with a raspy voice so people got an idea what you consider raspy.
Voice. Like Jennifer Lewis. Not as old as her. But hell no, shit. Jennifer Lewis been around so long. I knew her when she was young, when she was in her 30s. So, who else got a nice voice? Meek at Night.
Hey, I gotta say, because of what you said, she got a little thing on YouTube. She got a page where she's talking. It's like 3-minute clips.
Yeah, that's what's up.
She doing the affirmation confirmation you talk about. I listened to one of them.
That's dope. Yeah. Shout out to Nick during the day, turning Nick at night.
We need to be her manager to get her on like her own Alexa or Google.
Now that would be dope. Her voice on Alexa, I might plug mine back in. But Alexa's too fucking nosy for me.
Man, mine probably about to cut on. That one time we went live, that shit cut on when I was talking about it, so it probably is about to come on.
Yeah, man. Alexa too fucking nosy for me.
Hell yeah.
Google Home got a little bit of manners.
Yeah, so I was about to say, so which one? You're right, because I can be in the back, and Google won't turn on if I'm talking about Google, but that thing over there, it'll cut in.
Yeah, Alexa with the Skynet, she with the bullshit.
Hell yeah.
She definitely with the government.
So what you got? Add Venom to the list.
Venom got a nice raspy voice. Now, granted, first thing in the morning, I ain't got my eyes open.
Which one, Venom?
Nah, hell no. I'll give him a cup of coffee. Give him a cup of coffee or some tea.
I tell you what happened that time. That time Smitty came and kicked it with us, and he was an MIA, and I hit Venom up. She was like, "Hello, what the fuck is that? Like, who is this?" My boy was deep as hell. She like, "Oh, I didn't know who you was. You ain't gotta put that much bass in your throat." Shit, I'm looking for Smitty anyway.
Nah, I definitely high pitched voices remind me a little excited ass dogs, and I be cooling. I don't be excited.
Yeah. No,
it's only gonna get higher with the emotions or whatever's going on, and I need peace so I can think.
All right, which one's worse? Motherfuckers, the raspy of the weed or the raspy of the cigarettes?
I mean, it depends. If you ask a smoker, they gonna say the weed.
Yeah.
That's why I always say that they like let him go. Sometimes you hit that motherfucker, and he trying to get out, let him go, or you gonna die.
Yeah, man. So I was in Food Line today. Me and my dog walked through Food Line. I was telling the old lady the story, and this woman that looked like a light skinned man with dreads.
She look like Michael Jackson.
Nah, she looked like was old boy from the Pivot, Channing.
Oh wow, Shannon look like the light skinned predator.
That she had dreads just like that. She gonna come up to me and talk, "Hey, where your pork at?" I looked at her. I'm like, huh? She said, "Where your pork at?" So when she said it, I'm actually her back is to the pork section, so I'm looking at the pork. She said, "Where your pork at?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "Yeah, I'm looking for the bacon." So now you know the bacon and the pork in two different spots. I'm looking at the pork chops in the hand, so it's to the left. So I'm looking, and I said, "Oh," I said, "It's over there with the bacon section." So, "Oh, okay," because I only eat turkey bacon. And she walked off. She's like, "Hey, appreciate it." Now, my offense is how you gonna look at me and just assume I eat pork just because my size? That's fucked up. I didn't assume that you was a man, but you was really a woman.
You invited yourself to that conversation. You could have walked off. Don't ask me what city is here. I don't work here.
I ain't even got no blue, whatever colors Food Line got on. And I walk
Nah,
with my daughter.
nah, really, everybody know me know I'm a nice guy. I would try to help out, but yeah, don't just assume I work there.
I ain't even had the outfit on.
Right. You could have been upper management.
Yeah.
You could have been upper management. Are we done? How many questions is there? I think you threw some extra shit in there.
She said, "Lord, log off." Hey, Ariel, you should have been on this show just because you said that.
I mean, shit, throw the link in there. If you want to come on, this is to anybody. We got a few people out there watching. If you do want to jump in and drive the conversation, if you got a subject matter that's burning deep in your soul and you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it.
So, real quick, because I do want your opinion, because this is a sensitive topic. So you heard about Gerard Price? Gerard Price. So Gerard Price is the dude Richard County accidentally let out of jail. And now they want him to turn himself in. So now there's a $30,000 reward for his.
And that ain't enough money.
That is not enough money. Now he was convicted of murder, and that's why he was in there for 35. Let me look at this. He was in there. He didn't. All right. Price was released from prison in March 2023 after serving. They said only 19 years of a 35. Serving 19 years of a 35 years to life sentence for the murder of Carl Smalls at a Columbia nightclub in 2002. Documents regarding Price's release had been sealed in December after being signed by Circuit Judge Casey Manning, who's now retired.
Yeah. Shout out to Casey Manning. Casey Manning is also the announcer for the home games for the Gamecocks. That being set aside, my mama, who is a devout Christian, who believes in everything that is righteous in the world, said if it was her, she'd get the fuck on. She ain't coming back. So if my mama ain't coming back, I know I ain't coming back.
I agree with you, Tito. That's their mistake. My thing, and I know it's a sensitive subject because that's murder, and the family of the victim, the murder victim, wants the guy to turn himself in. But if you tell him he got 35 to life, you actually think he gonna turn himself in?
That's what, another 16 years?
16 years? They said 35. 35 to life.
Oh, 35 to life.
35 to life. You're going to have to work to find him.
19 years in, 19, anything, bro, we're talking about jail. And I'm not saying that people don't deserve to go to jail and that sentences, but we need to restructure this. That is a long fucking time to send a motherfucker to jail. Like I said, you make the mistake of locking motherfuckers up that didn't do the crime that you convicted them of. You don't give them no real fucking money. They might get a couple million here, $7 million. What the fuck is $7 million when I've been in jail for 35 years and I'm 66 years old?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop putting the mistakes on the people. Now, again, I do agree with the fact that he took somebody's son's life, somebody's friend. He was a father. I actually remember when that happened. And it's difficult, but it ain't like he did 9 years. You know what I'm saying? 19 years. And then you got, if you look up some of these cases for people that don't look like us who DUI murder, just murder, they're not doing the time we doing, huh?
And my thing is, you send him to the correctional facilities, and after 19 years, if he ain't corrected,
well, it's not in their nature to correct nobody.
I know, but I'm just saying, sit down. You got people that
he got paperwork saying he's supposed to be free.
Yeah, he got paperwork.
You take that up with the family. You explain to them that you fucked up, and you just eat that motherfucking shit. But the dude got paperwork. He did some wrench around. He did reach around and wrench around and wipe it off. He did something like that, and that's why he ended up getting this little deal.
Yeah, he did. He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did help the police.
So he did his part. You guaranteed him something, and you gave it to him. That's a wash.
I think that sounded like it wasn't the judge. It sounded like that was the prosecutors that for some reason, didn't like the information that he gave them. Like they tried to renege on the information. Like he gave it to him, and he was working with him. So he met their standards, and now the prosecutor's like, nah. He don't deserve to be out.
Right.
But they got their wins.
Like I said, man, the police, the prosecution, the state, they can lie like hell to prove their case.
It's perjury.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not against people getting justice, but let's make this shit fair.
It'll never be fair. It got to be on the side of the people in office.
Well, again, as soon as they started allowing motherfuckers to build a prison, if we got enough money to build a prison, we could build a prison, guys.
Yeah,
and we can house 20,000 inmates and not have to pay them shit, we could then open a store like Walmart.
Shit, they slaves in Walmart too.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a wild story. Again, 19 years is a long time for any goddamn thing. Nobody's talked to him. Nobody asked him if he repented for the murder, how he felt about it. You don't know. He could have been tore up for the last 20 years. And just because he's free don't mean he's free from killing somebody. All these people out here that think that they got them Grand Theft Auto, it take a little something out you to take a life.
I agree. I totally agree. I just wanted a perspective because there's two sides of that story. Like I said, the victim's family, and then
I feel bad for the victim's family, but they need to take that up with the state, and whatever they feel like the state need to do besides spend our money and resources to go find him, they should do.
$30,000. I mean, you figure $30,000 next month, it might be $40,000. That's just money going down the drain. Because, like I said, you're gonna have to work to find him. He's
been gone for what now? That's been about 2 weeks now. In another 2 weeks, I don't think you're gonna see him no more.
He's gonna be one of the dudes they find like 20 years later, living
in Cuba.
Yeah, living in Cuba, living in Maine.
Right.
He in Rhode Island or something.
I can dig it.
So what do you think about I saw them talking, they were talking about, we always talk about the youth. not against them, but how to connect with them better.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about giving the kids a 4-day school week. There's talks of it.
What are you doing? So if you're gonna give them a 4-day school week, you guys will go with a 4-day work week.
Well, they spoke on that earlier. I know overseas in Japan or somewhere, they've done that. They were trying it out at least last year. It might have been longer than that. They've been trying to see how that works, and over there it works. They said employees are less stressful. Now, granted, the work field they're doing it in, I don't know if they're doing it in all the work fields, or is it customer service work field? Is it I don't know, because some jobs they need you to be there 5 days a week because they're 24 hours.
Do they really?
Nah, they don't really need it, but
Okay.
24 hours.
Okay. So somebody raised a question about pedophiles. Pedophiles are a special case. No pedophile has ever gotten enough time. Some of them dudes get away with messing with kids or multiple kids, and they might do 6 years, they might do 7 years. I think the highest number I heard, what Jared from Subway get? I think he got double digit.
Yeah, Jerry got a long time.
You know what I'm saying? It can be a hospital if it's a wall around it and you can't leave. You can go to a hospital if you can't leave that motherfucker.
That ain't funny, but I mean, yeah.
You should not be on the streets. It's not enough for you to say it's the honor system, whether or not you report. They try to say it's mandatory for a pedophile to report, but it don't be, because you have so many cases of a known pedophile that did not report.
Crazy thing. How ironic is this? So I listened to Carter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Wayne had the track at the end, and he did his long speech and said you move the drug dealer out the suburbs to move a pedophile in.
Okay.
So that's just crazy that I was listening to that today, and that's the question that was presented.
It's don't mess with nobody kid.
Hell no.
Don't mess with nobody fucking kid. Again,
you was a kid. Everybody was a kid at one time.
Everybody was a kid at one time, and you didn't know what you didn't know until you grew up and found out about it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think 18 is grown no more, man. After living the amount of life that I've lived, 18 ain't even grown no more.
Shit, the way these kids think 21 ain't grown.
21, you getting grown.
I ain't gonna say that. I give you 25. I think 25 is the new limit. Reason being is the way the education system is set up. These kids, they giving them time to find themselves. We didn't have time to find ourselves. You got to do something. You see what I'm saying? You got to do something, and you got time to find yourself. It's two different things.
It's it's funny. I watched Iman Shumpert got a podcast. I think it's called Iman Amongst Men. He does a podcast with his brother, same daddy, same mom, same daddy, and he had Toby Nwigwe on there, and he was talking about how aggressive Nigerians are, and it was like they can be loud. He was like, "Nah, they're not loud, but they mean what they say, and they don't skip no what you call it." He said he played football, he got hurt, but he still graduated with honors. He said he came home and his dad was in the living room, and he was like, "How you say this shit? Toby, when are you going to stop wasting your life?" At 18 years old, not, "Hey, how you doing?" Not, "What are your plans?" When are you going to stop wasting your life? That's aggressive.
That's shit.
For somebody who graduated college?
He graduated at 18?
Or he graduated whenever he graduated. What I'm saying is he was young. He
Yeah.
wasn't 25.
So, okay, you graduate from high school 17, 18, 4 years. Standard college, 4 years. So you
21, 22.
21, 22. I can see that if he spent money, like if he spent money in college, I can see him be like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. I don't. When are you going to stop wasting your life? That's extreme.
That's extreme. Because really, you only had a life for like 4 years in college away from home. Uh, I mean, like I went to college after high school. You went to the military, but in a sense, like we both got a lot of stories. But were we finding ourselves, or were we like I said? I tell people, man, sooner or later, everybody got to take a pill. It's the Matrix pill. Sooner or later, whether you are a party goer, the club pill is the first time you went to a club and you loved it. Whether your hobby is fishing, you took that pill and all you do is fish in your young age. So everybody got a pill to take. So I just feel like some people wait too long to take that pill and others take that pill too early.
I feel like since 18 is the legal age, I think you should not be forced out of your home. But if you want to try to leave, if you want to try to be an adult, you should do that. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, don't wait for somebody to be like, when are you going to stop wasting your life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got. Hey, anybody want to get on this conversation before we close out? Here is the link. Y'all just click the link. It's 2 steps, and y'all in the virtual room with us having a conversation. Anybody want to get in? Just hit that up.
Yeah, you don't even have to turn on your camera. You can just leave the audio on. You know what I'm saying? If you protecting your image or whatever, you're gonna be president or some shit. I don't know.
Man, fuck your image. Y'all know us. We need to know y'all.
Yeah, I'm saying we here every week.
When you was in the military, what happened where you thought about your life then? If he said you wasted, what are you doing wasting your life? You went to the military fresh out of high school. What happened in the military where you be like, I got to figure some shit out?
In the military?
While you was in the military?
Oh, at the prospect that at any given time a motherfucker be like, you ain't never going home. Here, take this gun, take these bullets, and I hope you make it back. But if you don't, we'll send your family 200,000.
How you say on a time to kill? Yeah,
I did it. Motherfucker, I'll do it again.
I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah.
Nah, but growing up military background, like the military, us growing up, the military was always like the backup plan.
It's familiar.
Yeah, but like you see military commercials, so some kids don't even know that there's different branches of the military. Like you don't have to go in the Army. You go to the Air Force, you go to the Marines, you go to the National Guard. Like there's other branches you can go to that'll give you a nice income and a view of the world.
What you were saying is so crazy is I heard a stat and I can't remember where the stat comes from, and y'all could Google McMaster the shit. Google McMaster is trademarked by Zip in Detroit. What up, though? You can Google McMaster the shit, and they said in America, 18% of students are proficient in American history. Proficient don't even mean good. Proficient mean you know something. They say 22% are proficient in civics. So they ain't even watch I'm Only a Bill on Capitol Hill. %18 of all students.
Well, they said COVID set our school system back at least 2 years, but I think it set it back further than that.
Bro, you got to look at it like this. We used to do shit like sneak earbuds from Walkman, CD man, MP3 players. We used to sneak them in to listen to music in class, right?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers got a whole goddamn supercomputer at their desk.
Yeah. Hey, you remember back in the day that they had Casio watch with the calculator? And if you can sometimes they made the one you can change the channel on the TV.
Oh man. Yeah. I wanted one real bad. That was out of my budget.
So what was the first thing you bought when you was in the military? Your first military check. What was the first thing you blew it on?
It wasn't nothing spectacular because I was still in basic. I might have bought some shoes.
You remember what your check was?
$210
For a month?
every 15 days.
Oh, every 15 days. $210.
No. No, I lied. $338
That
every
sounds
15 days.
Because you remember Dad gave us a different number.
Yeah, his shit was like 100 and something. His shit might have been 200. So I'll say $340 every 15 days.
Yeah. So you said you bought some shoes with your first. The shoes were what, about $40 back then? A nice pair.
I mean, if I bought some, you had J's and shit. You had high end shit. I think I might have bought me a pair of Air Force Ones, and I might have spent like $50 or $60 on them.
Remember, they weren't Air Force Ones back then. They might have been Air Force Ones before they got hot. Now this is what
they was All Stars.
So this was what, 95, 96?
Nike All Stars.
Yeah, but this was like 95, 96. This is
94.
94. So this ain't Jeezy Air Force Ones or Nelly Air Force Ones or
no.
These
I just wanted something with a swoosh on it.
Yeah.
Mom had British Knight and LA geared us down because we was Ocean Pacific, man.
Shit, I think we got lower than that, man. I tell this story all the time. I was in math class, man. I was embarrassed, but I wasn't embarrassed. Man.
What up, C-Hess?
What up, C-Hess? Mom asked, or not mom, damn teacher asked everybody, we doing probability in math. And they said, she's went around class and said, everybody name your shoes. She was trying to do a valid point, bro. When she got me, I said, man, I ain't know. Everybody looked at me and she played off. She's like, don't worry, I don't know. I don't look at name brand names. But you talking about somebody that felt extra small? It was just the principle of the situation. Like all things, you will go around the class and say what type of shoes. Now I know I ain't got no name brand shoes, so every person,
she done looked at your shoes like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Yeah, so every time,
what are those?
Yeah, so every person it got to, my ass got tighter. I started sweating like, God damn, she gonna really get me, man. And then I was in the class with I had different levels of people. So I had seniors in my class, I had juniors in my class, like. So that shit made it even worse. I already wasn't no cool kid. I ain't give a fuck though. I did. I lied.
I'm about to say you always give a fuck in high school. Well, if you say you don't give a fuck, you lying. Nah, if you say you don't give a fuck, you probably a shooter.
No, I didn't give a fuck my senior year or my junior year.
You was probably. Yeah, I ain't gonna put that on you.
Yeah, I ain't give a fuck. The reason
when you about out, it don't matter. If you didn't build a reputation between 9th and 10th grade, it don't matter what your junior and senior year do.
Well, I didn't have a reputation. So my freshman year, you got out. So all the people were seniors, they knew you.
Right.
So my electives, I had seniors that knew you.
Right.
So my sophomore year.
Come on, cuz you was an athlete.
Well, that's why I didn't give a fuck about my juniors.
Nah, if you an athlete, you automatically cool. You see every high school movie it is.
Nah, I wasn't automatically cool, bro. I ain't
Bruh, come on, man.
Bro, I was social like a motherfucker.
You cool if you in the band now, cuz you was on the football team.
Bruh, and I'm telling you like this, no bullshit. When they blow that whistle and we walk up them damn 100 steps.
Oh, man.
Bruh, my shit's coming off getting in the car.
For the few people in here, get in the comment section and tell me if you are an outsider. Can you be an outsider and an athlete in high school?
I was.
Ah, man.
I was. Yeah, I I didn't fuck the people I fuck with is the same people you see me kicking with that play sports. Other than that, I wasn't at no
But
party. I didn't get
that's your choice. Could you have had more friends?
I tell you what, remember now, I just got on Facebook a couple years ago. So now I'm realizing that more people knew me than what I thought. But at that moment, at that moment, because I was wrapped up into like these kids wrapped up into the Jordans and the polos. I was kind of wrapped up in that. I knew Mom wasn't about to buy that shit for us. So mentally, I'm just like, I don't fit the dress code to be cool. So I didn't push myself on nobody or on no group of people.
No, I mean, I feel the same way. I didn't know what my, I guess you got, like we was talking about tiers with football earlier today. I didn't know what tier of person or what clique I was in. I know I had a clique.
Yeah, I had one.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess, I was cool by default, but I didn't know that until I was fully grown.
Well, that's what I tell people now.
Yeah.
I be like, the people that was cool back then was cool by default. Like, if you still cool now, you was just a cool individual. But if you was cool back then and now, like, you just a lame person, regardless if you got money or not, then you was cool by default. Like, I tell people all the time, like, so-and-so cool by default because he hung with so-and-so.
Right.
And he hung with so-and-so. Or he dated so-and-so. Or so-and-so was his cousin. Like, yeah,
6 degrees separation.
Yeah. So, like, but the thing about it, you really had to be cool back then. Like, these kids these days, like, it do go by your car or your clothes or what you could do for you. Back then, it actually went by a little bit of who you are as a person. Just a little bit. Who you are as a person. Your association. Not with a gang book.
What's also different is we had...
What up, Jacqueline?
Yeah, we had styles that we had to try to compete with. We went through cross-colored eras. We went through denim eras. We went through cardigan eras. And we had a set style. And if you didn't have those things, you might not have been cool. These days, these kids wear whatever the fuck they want to wear.
Yeah, I didn't have those things. So that's probably another reason why I didn't think I was cool. But no bullshit, man. After every track meet, wrestling match, football game, when that shit was over, bro, I'm gone. I'm in the car. I'm not talking to nobody.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I take my ass. I used to take my ass home. I guess I could have been considered antisocial. So now it don't seem like that because we're doing this podcast shit. But I'll tell people, man. I'll tell somebody today, coworker today. We grew up military, so it's easy to cut people off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily a good thing, but it's a real thing.
And that's what I was trying to explain. I was like, I got friends who we met not knowing that our parents were in the military, and they feel the same way we feel. Because you never know when you'll get up and go. So the fact that, like, I wasn't cool in high school is just like, shit, I only see these motherfuckers 3 hours a day anyway.
If that.
If that, because I got class. I might catch you walking. But other than that, I don't fuck with you. I'm cool with that. But now some of them, I realized that they was all right people. I just probably put up a wall. That wall's because I got damn Faded Glory on.
Well, like I said, the high class section at Walmart.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call it high class section.
Ain't no high class section at Walmart.
Hell
Not until they start carrying Dickies. When they start carrying Dickies, you could be in Walmart.
Yeah, but those were tight Dickies. They wasn't those damn wide leg Dickies.
Oh man, they was the most horrible Dickies ever. They was the work Dickies.
They was the work Dickies. You could run the bitches on the street. Them bitches, they gonna be good.
Them motherfuckers. If you ran your hand across them Dickies too fast, they'll get hot. Them motherfuckers might catch fire.
Bro, I swear to you right now, I got a pair of Dickies. I got 4 pairs of Dickies. No, it's 5. It's 3 khakis and 2 blacks. They well over 5 years old. No, they older than that.
I mean, they Dickies. They work pants.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
you set them on fire, bleach them, or you got to intentionally cut them motherfuckers up like, old school Friday.
Yeah, them bitches Teflon. They ain't gonna stop no bullet but the knife won't go as deep.
I'm about to say the bullet might not come out if you got on Dickies. It might be in you.
Hey, what's tougher, the Dickies or the Buddy Lees?
I don't know, man. Buddy Lee was hell. See, now you aging us again. If y'all don't know, man, if y'all don't know about Buddy Lee, cause Buddy Lee had a string of commercials. Buddy Lee was like baby Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
So if you want to laugh at some shit, go to YouTube and type in Buddy Lee.
Man, when I was in school, man, in college, we had this black dude. His nickname was Smoke, but then we gave him another nickname, was Buddy Lee. He looked like a black Buddy Lee.
That's fucked up.
So we didn't call him Smoke, we called Buddy Lee. He a cool individual though. But yeah, Buddy Lee was hell. Buddy Lee was getting blown up, tossed up. Buddy Lee was catching hell. He was mayhem before mayhem at a young age.
For sure. So let's look at it like that. Let's talk about that. So now that it's years later, what percentage of your high school life and personality carried on through your adulthood?
Probably a strong 40%.
You think so?
The fact that when I created my own crew, that's when it kicked in.
Okay.
So that was the majority of I could be by myself, or I can be with people, but I can put around people I know I can kick it with.
Right.
So
that's your first group. That was your first social circle that mattered. That was your choice.
That one, that one, but the one I made when I was in college was the true, because we was all from somewhere different.
Right.
So that one, I think, all right. So the one in high school helped prepare me for the one in college. The one in college cemented me as who I am, because all of us came from different areas, and we all locked in, and we still locked in.
40%. That's kind of. I would have said out of 25, 35%.
I was going to go with 30, but the 40 is because the people I kick it with from college are cool with the people I kick it with before I went to college.
Right.
But college was the one that cemented me as in I know who I want to kick it with in life. And
the type of motherfuckers you want to kick it with.
And we did some crazy shit on the journey, but the man hit me up. Never mind.
Yeah, don't get nobody in trouble, cuz.
Yeah.
We're not doing no lawsuits. Not yet.
Yeah, so some people be like, they got one person they know for 30 years, or they don't have nobody they known over 10 years. Like, I feel like I'm in between all that with a lot.
Well, we was late bloomers because you gotta think about it. Most people, honestly, probably stay close to where they from. So it's nothing for you to grow up with a motherfucker you've been knowing since you was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us, it was different, but we had, that one family that did follow us, and we was able to kind of stay grounded that way. But we was kind of late bloomers. Now, just like it was easy to cut a motherfucker off, it was also easy to be cool with a motherfucker.
Oh, most definitely.
It was easy to walk up to a motherfucker and be like, hey, man, I'm Jay. You live around here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think those are the things. Say what now?
Go outside and make friends.
Right. So that's why I would say like 25%. I don't know if I'm the same motherfucker that I was when I went to high school. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I carried that individual on. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say I carried my high school personality until I was like 21, 22. Because I got married, and that changes your structure. Then I got divorced, and that changes your structure some more. It's like the more shit you go through, the farther and farther away you get away from the type of motherfucker you was in high school.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the people I kick with high school, like I still kick it with them. So that's what always brings me back. Like I took the pill. Like I said, the pill we talked. So I took a college pill for a little bit. I took coming back home pill where you just going out, going out. You know, I did the strip club pill. I did the like. There's certain pills I've always taken.
The cars.
The cars, the bikes, but shit, even the lottery, just scratching off lottery tickets, that shit changed a lot. But the fact that I still kick with a lot of people like I grew up with, like that always brings me back, and it's wholesome. Like you know, they kick it with us, they kick it with pops.
Right.
You know, they kick it when I don't, if I don't contact them to be like, hey, we doing something, and they still show up. Just the conversations we have is why I say I'm the same person because I'm not forcing it. That's why it's 40%. I'm not forcing it, but I'm like you. I can go up and make a friend if I choose to. Like
Right.
I said, when we was in college, me and my man from high school, we went to college together. Our parents dropped us off. We sitting on the stoop. We sitting on the stoop. I don't know if they were shooting that night or what. It was crazy. And I seen two other dudes on another stool. I told my homeboy, I said, man, let's go over there and holler at them. I was like, nah, I ain't going over there. I don't go down. Come to find out, we kicked it hard for like the next 2 years. And one of them, we kick it even harder than that. And I call him all the time. So it's one of those things, it's like the life lessons. Like some of the stuff, like I don't believe the kids are understanding because they take shit so hard. Like back in the day, we'd be like, man, fuck you. You might be mad, but you know, a day or two, you be over. Now these kids be like, fuck you. They want to shoot or they want to post about you to make the situation worse.
Everything is, and it was heavy for us. Like we thought that shit. We thought whatever girlfriend we had was our first and last girlfriend. We thought, every time you had a beef with a motherfucker that it was gonna be 3 o'clock high. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
That's aging us.
Yeah, it's different when, again, you're young and you don't know anything about anything. You don't know the type of shit that life is gonna deal you. You know what I'm saying? So your emotions, while they real, they trivial as fuck.
They is.
You know what I'm saying? But we not allowed to say that no more. Everybody's emotions matter, and when you cry for a good reason. And sometimes I think that's bullshit, but that's me.
But I mean, even with my oldest, like she'll do some shit or she'll do some shit, and some of the shit be good, and then other shit I'd be like, you know why the fuck that happened? Like it's not. I try to tell you, it's. You remember when I said do this, and this, and now it's coming back.
Exactly.
Like that's how I do it, and I learned that from. I tell people all the time, like mom and dad, especially mom, used to tell us some shit. That shit might not hit you then. That bitch might not hit you next week. That bitch might hit you 10 years now.
33 years old.
Yeah. And you be
wake
like,
up out your sleep.
Yeah, like just paying your bills. Right? The simple thing. If don't get a credit card, but if you do, you pay it. So it goes back to what we always talk about. Our parents, they teach us credit and all that. But what mom's thing was, you don't need a credit card. But if you get one, you pay them people.
For sure.
So I always took the strong side of it and not getting it. And then I had to learn to get it. And then I had to learn, I took the tough lesson because student loan was student loan, bro. Them motherfuckers, they garnish my wages. I tell you,
I knew enough to know. Like I dribbled out of motherfucking high school. You know how a baby goddamn be drooling for 15 minutes? That's how I came out of high school. You know what I'm saying? I knew at that time that if I went right back to school, I was gonna flunk, I was gonna owe people money, and I was gonna go have to live with the people that told me, whatever you do, you go do your schoolwork. So at that point, it wasn't even about, defending your country or losing your life. It was just, I got to get out of here. I can't work at Burger King. I can't live at home. This is when I start my life. And like I said, that has changed 18 years old is way too young to be expecting a grown kid, to be able to survive in this world.
I told us the other day. I said, if you do this, this, and this, a couple things, this, and this, and it's not crazy. I said you can stay here till you're 30, but in a sense, you have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this is just like you keep your share of the house clean. You go to work. You pay your insurance. You pay all your bills, but you stack up because that's what the other coaches do. The other coaches don't push their people out. They bring them in closer and say, all right.
Help them build their credit.
Yeah.
Make sure that they can have a choice whether they buy a house or rent an apartment.
And I told her that. I said, you stay until you're 30 and then you buy a house. That's what I said. Did she get
or
it?
Until you want to leave. I wouldn't have put no age on it. You stay here till you're comfortable. You should outgrow this shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I said 30 just because it was a number. You know, it was just a number out there. But, I mean, it's hers without being hers. But when it becomes hers, those bills are going to be attached. So those bills that you didn't pay, if it's yours, you're going to pay them bills.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, we done ran up on this hour real quick. This was a dope show. Just me and my brother, man, and I'm glad to share this hour with you. I didn't drink nothing this time. It just kind of came and went real quick. We got 2 more days to the week, you know what I'm saying? And then it's the weekend, baby. And we'll probably see y'all again at that time. But what you got for the people?
We'll shoot for Friday. I drank a big glass of vodka. I had all the vodka at the top and the juice at the bottom. We try to come back Friday night. I know it's Mother's Day weekend, so shout out to all the mothers. Shout out to all the single mothers and all the mothers in relationship. If you gave in birth, if you adopted, if you the auntie to one of your nieces and nephews, you a mother too. So happy Mother's
What you ain't is a daddy. Stop saying that stupid shit.
Yeah, you damn sure ain't a daddy. You damn sure ain't a daddy.
Okay.
You was not a daddy.
I'm sorry for yelling.
I don't even care if you got the bra on that push your titties down. You ain't the daddy. But we appreciate everybody coming. Like I said, we always evolving. We are about to start open up our own YouTube page. We've been working on my brother's YouTube page for the longest while we grow this thing. And every episode we say we need to switch over. So we will be switching over very soon. So we're going to need everybody to go to the new bottom of the bottle.
We're going to link them anyway. You're going to find your way over.
Yeah. YouTube, they give us 24 hours before we can start streaming. So we clocked today. So hopefully our Friday episode, you will be able to access it in here, but we will be starting a new YouTube page. We are always evolving. Networks of superpower. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. And please be aware of other people's blessings and congratulate them.
Yeah, what he said, man. Look, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, man. Love the ones that love you back. Let's get through these next couple of days. I don't know what your work schedule is, but I'm looking for the weekend. I hope to see you there. Everybody be safe. This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. I'm Jay Walker III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us, and we hope you keep coming back and bring 2 more motherfuckers with you. Outside of that, we gone. Y'all be easy.
Peace.